Hi there ladies, today's video will be about transitioning. I want to start by saying that when I transitioned for about, I want to say 2 months. And with my transitioning, the two styles that I really used were Bantu knots and a flat twist out. And I kept it as a protective style, like I did my two twists like this. I'll insert a picture right here, so you guys can see it. But those are my two go-to styles simply because I perfected them. Like I know how to do them pretty much to, I don't want to say look professional, but they look decent enough for me to go outside in them. And also, I found that those styles complimented my face a lot. Like I got a lot of compliments when I wore those styles, so I like those. So transitioning, pretty much what transitioning is pretty much just when you don't want to go ahead and go into a big chop, like just cutting all your hair off. You just gradually cut, I'll say about 2 inches every 2 months. So like you cut 2 inches, 2 months later cut 2 more inches, like, you know, so gradually cut off all the damage until your hair is, I know a lot of girls do transitioning simply because cutting your hair is drastic, especially for a big chop, and many girls don't feel comfortable doing that big chop yet. And like I told you guys, I transitioned for 2 months before I did my big chop. I big chop personally because as I started learning about natural hair, I hated the damage on my hair still being there. Like, it bothered me so much. Like, because I'll insert a picture right here to show you guys like how damaged my hair was. It was just so weary and just dead. It technically was dead, but it was just so dead looking, and I just did not like it. And so I washed my hair, and I was gonna do Bantu knots, and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. So I did my Bantu knots because I had an interview the next day. So I'm like, I can't big chop now because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my hair. So I Bantu knotted it, and I'll show you a picture here how my Bantu knots look once I did my Bantu knots. But I Bantu knotted it, and I was like, okay, that lasted for like, I would say about 3 days. And like, you know, when you doing your natural hair, you don't want to mess with your hair too much because that can contribute to hair loss. So I just didn't want to wash my hair, do Bantu knots, then wash my hair again and then cut it. That would have been too much on my hair. So I let my style like just gradually fall out. But the next time I wash my hair, I told my parents that they wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, you cut your hair when I walk downstairs. Let them know before, like, I'm gonna cut my hair. Like, I'm gonna cut it off. Like, I cannot stand it anymore. So, yep, cut my hair, and then I did my big chop, which I love so much. And my advice for ladies who are transitioning, yes, it may be drastic for you. You may not want to do it, but my personal experience, I would say just go ahead and get it over with. Because eventually, all of that's going to leave. True, you're growing out 2 inches to cut 2 inches. It's like, honestly, it's like this. You're growing out 2 inches, right? Okay, let's say your hair is 4 inches. Well, sorry. Your hair is 4 inches. You grow 2, and then you cut 2. You grow 2, and you cut 2. You grow 2. It's still going to stay at 4 inches, pretty much, until you finally get to the point where your hair is at 6 inches. Like, you know, if you finally have that 1 inch left, and then you grow 2, so then you hit 5. You know, so it's like, it's pretty much just you're gradually cutting your hair just for it to kind of be the same length. So if you do want to grow length for your hair, instead of just having it transition into the natural length of it, you would grow it, I would say, you might want to cut it every 3 months. So you go 3 inches and only cut 2, so you do have an inch of growth. You could do it that way too. But yeah, and I say 3 inches a month. That's how my hair grows because of the products and the pills that I've used, which I absolutely love. And that's another thing I recommend if you're going to transition and you want your hair to grow rapidly so you can go ahead and get that damage off. I do recommend you either take the main choice vitamins or you take mild organic vitamins. I personally recommend the mild vitamins simply because they work within the first week that I use them. And you can look on my channel. I have a review for those vitamins too. The main choice vitamins, I will try to get a review up for that soon. But for the main choice vitamins, it took like a month for them to start working on my hair. So just like Mayo, because they work faster and they taste better. It's all in the Mayo Organics video, so you guys can go check that out if you're interested in those vitamins. But for transitioning, the main thing that you want to do with transitioning is find styles that will work with both your natural hair and damaged hair. That's why I did Bantu knots, because when you're knotting, it's like it's a certain pattern that'll make it all blend together, rather than you trying to do finger coils like how I have in my hair. When you have damaged hair, because it's damaged and you lost your curl pattern, it's just going to be like curl, 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 then straight gel on the ends, and that's not going to work for you. So yeah, finding styles that'll work for your hair type. I know pretty much every girl that's transitioning uses Bantu knots, but you can also do the two twist out, braid out, just two twists. You can either start here going to this way, or you can do them straight to the back, however you want to do it, whichever design is best for you. Yeah, so with transitioning, when I first transitioned, I used several products, and I'm going to show you my absolute favorite products to help me grow my hair, and also that I liked for just like how they made my hair feel, and just getting my hair, like my roots and things healthy. So when I did Big Chop, I wasn't working with damaged hair. I'm working with semi-healthy hair, trying to get it to where I want it to be. So first off is Do Grow. I have to thank my sweet mate Alasia for introducing me to this. She's also going natural, and I'm so glad I had somebody to start with when going natural. We were both transitioning, we both chopped, we were in it together. But yeah, she introduced me to this, showed me reviews on this, and guys, I love this. Like, it's amazing. It doesn't smell terrible. It has a herby smell to it, but it doesn't stink. I love it so much. And I've had this since, I want to say, the end of February. Yes, the end of February. And I still have this much left, and I still use this almost every other day. And a little goes such a long way. Like, I've had this since the end of February, and if you know me, you know how much I mess with my hair. Like, this is amazing. Like, a little goes a long way. Oh my goodness. And it's like an oil. It is an oil, so it definitely goes a long way. And it's not a super thick oil. I would say it's mild consistency. And yeah, it's amazing. And then, like, definitely great if you have like a dry scalp, simply because once you wet your hair and then you apply the oil to seal in this moisture, because it's such a mild consistency, it will last you the entire week. Like this says, on damp or dry hair, use it on either or. Do not rinse out, style as usual, use daily or as often as needed. And it's really as often as you need to. You don't need to use this daily. It's awesome, and I love this so much. Second product that I love using is Organic Root Stimulator Hair Fertilizer. I love this so much. I use this mainly on like my edges and the nape of my hair, because really the nape is where I really lose my hair so easily. Like, back in middle school, you know, those little thin little headbands that you wear all the way around? Oh my goodness, like, they were so cute, and I love mine because mine were all glittery and cute or whatever. But it rubbed my hair off in the back. And I honestly want to say that my hair is, oh my goodness, it's so long now. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. But it literally took until my senior year for this to want to grow back. And this was middle school when I lost it. So yeah, it took forever to grow back. But then once Alasia introduced me to this too, Shout out to Alicia. But once she introduced me to this, I used it faithfully. And I'll show you the inside of it. Excuse my hair in it. It's kind of like a pudding or custard, kind of thick consistency, as you can see. So yeah, this also goes a long way too. Like, I will tell you that I will use this much on both sides of my edges, rub it in. On the back of my nape, rub it in. Both, like, two things like this. So yeah, and I absolutely love it. This also has like an earthy smell to it. It's not too bad. One of my favorites. Like, I use these two together. I used my Dugro, and I used my Jamaican black castor oil. And I'm sorry, like, if I turn this the wrong way. It's like on my laptop camera, it's like so hard to figure out which way to turn things so that, like, you can actually see the label. I'm just a little off, you guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, Jamaican black castor oil. This is from Tropic Isle Living. That's the brand of this one. But I wish I still had the bottle. I gave it away to somebody because I had this one. And I let them try it because I only had like a little bit left, and I already bought this. I'm like, yeah, go ahead and try the Jamaican black castor oil. But I got the one I was using before. This one works just as great. This one just has more of a harsh. It honestly smells like cocoa butter. So it's like, but it's kind of a little bit harsh, but not too bad. But the one I had was from CVS, and you can find all of these products actually at CVS or your local beauty supply store. And yeah, so the one I originally had was from CVS, and that one smelled so lovely. Like, it just smelled like flowers. Like, it was so beautiful. But yeah, so I used this too, and I powered it up with the Dugro, simply just to help my hair grow and get that food in it. Because it says yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. This one says black castor oil hair food. So yeah, it was like food for my hair. So I just paired those up together, and yeah, this also goes a long way. And the consistency of this one though is different. The Jamaican black castor oil that I had before was an actual oil consistency, like the Dugro, but this one is kind of like, I want to say, like a grainy type substance, because it is, I don't know if you can see the texture in it. It is kind of like grainy, but then once you rub it, it turns into an oil. So yeah, that's kind of how it is. But yeah, those are the products that I use for transitioning, just to help certain areas grow. So when I big chop, my hair would be even. With transitioning, you want to start getting into your regular hair routine. What I mean by that is knowing how often you're going to want to do your wash regimen, and kind of set days to do your hair so that it comes natural to you, so that you get in the habit of doing it. So when you do your big chop, like for me, I first started washing my hair every week. Now, the transition period is also a trial and error period. Like I said, I was washing my hair every week, but I wash it every week with shampoo. Guys, like, I was learning, okay? If you don't know anything, I'm sorry, don't know anything, but if you're just learning about natural hair, shampoo is not the way to go every week, okay? Shampoo is harsh, especially the ones I was using Suave. Harsh on your hair, okay? Yeah, so, and I noticed my hair would itch. My hair was already dry and itching a lot, but it was like super freaking bad that, like, it was just unbearable. Like, I started thinking, like, maybe, like, people will think I have lice because I scratch my hair so much. Like, that's how bad it was. But yeah, so then I went to a CoWash. Now, a CoWash is a conditioner wash. You take your conditioner, wash it with your hair, because conditioner is less harsh, and that's really the product. There we go. That's really the product that gives your hair the nutrients and things that it needs. And also, what I learned washing your hair, if you're going to use shampoo when you're washing your hair, I first suggest that you wash your hair every 2 weeks. if you're going to use shampoo. If you're going to wash your hair every week because of product buildup and things like that, I will say if you use a lot of products, like almost every single day, a light shampoo will be good for you. But also, yeah, shampoo will be best for you. If you don't use a lot of products, but you still want to wash your hair every week, definitely go CoWash because it'll be less harsh on your scalp. You won't strip out all those oils. Yeah, so then I started co-washing. And another thing that I learned was when you shampooing your hair, shampoo and wash your hair with hot water. So it'll open up your hair follicles so it'll be able to receive all the nutrients and things that it needs. For rinsing out your hair, we're going to want to use cold water just simply to close your hair follicle, and keep all of your oil. Okay, so like this is your hair follicle, right? So it's open like this because you use warm water. Once you use cold water, it's going to close like this, and in this little middle area is going to be, let's see, this is your hair stem, okay? And I'm sorry, your hair shaft, and in here is going to be all the nutrients to help your hair eventually grow up out of your hair follicle, okay? So yeah, that's the best way to do when you wash your hair for really just wash your hair, period. But I learned that while I was transitioning. But yeah, and another thing, while you're transitioning and you're cutting your hair, this is for if you're, no matter when you're cutting your hair, always use hair shears. I will say this in every video that involves cutting hair. Do not use paper scissors because they will be too hard on your hair and it'll cause your hair to just break at the ends and it'll just be terrible. That's not what we're trying to do. We're trying to have healthy hair. Healthy hair. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to know for transitioning. Really, I would say for a transitioning period, I like for ladies to experiment. I can help guide you. Like if you follow my Instagram page, I can help guide you for what products to use for transitioning. But ultimately, I want you ladies to try products. That's why, like, I recommend products. I tell you what works for me and what I like. My hair is like a 4B, 4C. 4B, my hair is literally 4B, like right here, then 4C all right here. Like my hair is like, it's like a distinct line on my hair that you can see. It's crazy. My hair is crazy, but I love it. But yeah, like I want ladies to just experiment themselves simply because it's just, you know, it's a learning experience, and then once you learn what's best for your hair will thrive. And it's just, I will try products that I know are good for my type hair, or that I know are good for all types of hair. There are actually some products that I feel are targeted for certain hair types. They may say they're for all hair types because really you can use them, but you don't get the best result unless you have this certain type of hair. So that's why I like ladies to go ahead and try them for themselves, because since your hair type is different from mine, I want you to use the best product for you. Okay? So yeah, that's why I love the transition period, because it's trial and error. You learn so many things, and I do recommend you go for a transition period for at least 3 months, simply because you start to learn with your hair. Because once your hair gets shorter, it's a lot more work. So once you're used to working with your hair a lot, and you're used to being dedicated to a certain regimen and everything, you'll know whether or not you should big chop or not. Because if you notice that you're kind of slack on your wash regimen and kind of slack doing this, you might want to stay doing a transition period all the way up. Because I'm gonna be honest, going natural is a very, very long process, and many of us may not have the time for it. But I just recommend that you just go through the transition period to see if a big chop will be right for you. And when a lot of people don't say this, but me personally, I feel like the best time to transition is from fall to spring. So fall, winter, spring, work on transitioning, because you're ideally going to want a big chop in the summer, simply because it's going to be hot outside. Your hair is going to be short, so it's less maintenance. You're not going to sweat a lot. It's freeing not to have all the hair on your neck and all that other stuff. So yeah, if you're going to eventually big chop, it's best to start with your transition in the fall, winter, spring. Then comes spring, summer, you're going to want a big chop. And then by fall, you should have a nice little fro, nice little fro going on. And yeah, it's just ideally for me, I would say, in my opinion, to big chop during the summer, if you want to do it. But I will also have, so if you're watching this transition video and you're at the end of your transition, I will have a big chop video on my channel. I have a what to know before you big chop, and then I'm going to have a big chop video. Make sure you know the difference. It'll have a difference on there. The first video about what to know before you big chop is called Big Chop, What to Know Before You Take the Plunge. Dun dun dun. I know I'm corny, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what that video is. And then the next video will be Once I Big Chop. No, After I Big Chop. I'm not sure what the title's going to be of it yet. You'll know the difference, trust me. So yes, I hope that this transition video was helpful, because I know I ramble a lot. So if I did not hit a key point, or you have a question or anything, comment, concern, tips, I love constructive criticism, leave it below. And thank you guys for watching.